Hi, fellow traders. What's happening? Well, we're through the week. I had a short week this week. 2 days I didn't take a trade. Next week is a short week. We have a holiday Monday. So if we have a couple of good days like we had this week, that short week won't really matter. Won't really matter at all. But question I have for you today, do you feel like the market has you trapped? You feel like it's a hostile place. It's just not going to let you go until it takes all of your money. And I know one of the traders I mentor was telling me that today. Was telling me this is how he felt. And I've had many traders tell me the same thing. But the reality is, it's not the market that has you trapped. It's your mind. You're trapped in your mind. You have to free yourself from all of these trappings, all of this baggage that you brought into trading. You have to free yourself from it. I talked about it in my video yesterday. If you haven't seen it, watch it. And it gives you a good idea of why having a probabilistic mind, how thinking in probabilities as you come into the market, it's going to free your mind from all of this stuff that has you trapped. And you could come in and the market will look like a place of unlimited wealth. You won't feel trapped. It won't feel like a hostile environment. And sometimes it feels like that to me. Now, I started feeling like that a little bit this morning, to be real. But I know how to switch those gears. I know how to identify when I'm starting to feel these emotions, and I can quickly right the ship. And you guys have to do the same thing. And these are the skills that I want to teach you that nobody else is teaching you. Everybody's telling you you can make this money, that money, and all of that. And they want you to follow what they do, but they're not teaching you the skills that you need, the mental skills. This is 80 to 90% mental. It's easy to learn a strategy. It's easy to be able to identify setups on a chart. Executing them. Allowing the trade to work because it doesn't look the same every time it's going to be paramount. So just think about it. Watch that video I put out yesterday. That should open your eyes to a lot of different things. All right, so let's take a look at what I did today, and let's wrap this week up. UPS, this is the trade I messed up yesterday. I was putting my stop in the morning, wasn't paying attention, accidentally put in a limit order versus a stop limit, and the order failed. I wasn't going to jump in. My entry was 102, well, 101.90, 101.92. I was not going to get in at 104.70. I just wasn't going to do that. That's too far. So I just messed up. I let it go. You can see the trade is still working. It slowed down today. It wasn't as volatile, but it did finish strong and poised for another leg up. It's not, I can't say that it's firmly in this gap. This designated by these two purple lines is firm. It's not firmly in this gap, but it has established itself in the gap. So I would be looking for it to move further up. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make any more money on it. So what we've done on this is $1,009.33. That's all we got out of it. I was looking for 25 to 3 grand potential out of this stock, but we don't get it all the time. I'll take base hits. We're adding money to our account. It's growing. Our equity curve is going in the right direction. That's all we can ask. So all cash in this account, waiting for Tuesday to hit. We'll do our session on Sunday and see if we can build a nice watch list going into next week. And we'll scan some more on Wednesday, see what we can find. All right, but that's it on UPS. Today, we were working Roku. And, Roku, it was an opening range breakdown at first. And I forgot to draw the line. It was an opening range breakdown. I wasn't going to take it up here because we had the 100 period right here. So I wasn't going to take it. I was going to wait for it to get through the 100 and kind of establish. But this thing was selling too hard. I wasn't going to wait for this to close below the 100 and then me get in, because then I would have been getting in down here and I wouldn't have made it. So I got in, got to the first target, and it kind of bounced. I was looking for it to come down to the 200. Didn't even come close. We bounced and, got me out break even. So I waited till we got back. I got short again. Now, no, I'm shorting into the 200. I'm anticipating this time. I'm anticipating that this 200 was going to crack. But here's the thing. The 200 on DOS wasn't matching Thinkorswim. So the 200 on Thinkorswim was up here. It was right in line with that level. That's what a 200 was on Thinkorswim. So I just said, okay, I'm not going to even worry about this. I'm going to use Thinkorswim. Now I logged into IB and it had the same thing as SpeedTrader. Both of them had the 200, the same place. It was different than Thinkorswim. So it was like a whole point off. So that's why I was like, I'm ignoring this. I know it looks like I'm shorting into the 200, but I'm not. I'm ignoring it. I'm going off what's on Thinkorswim, which the 200 was up here. So this was a legit entry. We did bounce off this level, which was a surprise. I didn't expect it to bounce. It didn't look to be that solid of a pivot, but evidently it was. It did bounce. Went back beyond my entry point, but never made a new high relative to my entry candle. So it didn't really scare me at that point. So we ended up selling off. Never did break the 9. I felt okay because the 9 was coming in hard, and everything was kind of the 9 and the 20. A lot of times we like to see them parallel each other, and that's what was happening. So I felt pretty good about this. And eventually we broke down, hit my target. I had 140.50 out. It did not get there. It bounced, took me out, and I had gone to lunch by then. We had got my hit on this one, and I kind of took off a little bit early before 11. I had gotten a little agitated with the market and the way it was trading. So I was like, okay, I locked in here. I got a bracket order or a range order. So I had my profit target here at 140.50 and my stop up here. So it ended up stopping me out. I waited for the rejection and I missed the ideal entry. The ideal entry would have been this candle right here. Soon as it broke the low of this candle, that was the ideal entry. I missed that. Like I said, I was at lunch. I was probably, at that time, I was probably standing in line. By the time I sat down and cut the computer on, this is where we were. So I already knew what I was looking for to happen. So it was a no-brainer to just jump in. And, but that's just a little bit late entry, but it was well within the range. So as long as I was within that range, I was happy getting in. I was okay with getting in. First target, again, 140.50. This was the level I was looking for. I took some here at red to green because it was red to green. And in my mind, I'm thinking, this is going to be it. But I took some and we ended up selling hard. I was thinking about getting some at this level. I think I was back. I'm thinking I was back by then. Yeah, because I don't think I took any profit until after I was back. Or I didn't take profit here until after I was back. But whatever the case was, I probably could have waited this out. But you never know what's going to happen. So you can't second guess your plan. Once it's there, you execute it. Next time, maybe I'll look again and see. But I'm always going to respect the previous day's close level. But took some here. And my final target was going to be the 50-day. This is the level. At that time, this is where the 50-day was on the daily chart. And we got a quick wash through. And I actually, did pretty good. I think I had, where did I have it? Uh, 135. Yeah. I think I had it at 135 and it came down and hit 135. My final target was going to be the 20-day. And damn if it didn't come down and hit the 20-day. So really, really nice trade. This third trade was a home run. But I only traded 200 shares today. The market I wasn't comfortable in, and I only took 200 shares. Now I wish I had traded 300 shares because I would have made a really good lick today. But, that's fine. We ended up with 1031.84. So not bad for just trading 200 shares all day. Locking into one stock and trying to nail it. Now I am gonna hold some of this over the weekend. I did get in Roku again late after 3 o'clock. I guess I had a wild hair, but gonna look to see if we're gonna get a big bounce or a big gap up coming into next week. I just think there's something. I'm always thinking that there's something big, and that's kind of something that I have to deal with. The only good thing is that I could afford to do that, but if I was in a different place, that mindset could be detrimental. So I'm trying to work that demon out. That's a demon that's crept in, and I'm trying to work it out. So y'all bear with me as I work this crazy demon out, because this is not something that I like. This is not who I am. And sometimes I don't know who takes over. But that's that. Now for the week, 1239.59. Now of course we had took a nice hit on Tuesday. We had a $700 day on Monday, took a $500 hit on Tuesday, and Wednesday was my birthday. I was out yesterday, just never got a trade. Had one that I really wanted to get but missed it. It was on SSR, couldn't chase it. But today, kind of made up for it. Like I said, I wish I had traded 300 shares a day, but I didn't. I just did not feel it. 200 was, I was comfortable with that, and that's what you have to do. You'll know, had I gone in 300 shares and I was really, really wired up, then this wouldn't have worked out good at all. So, nice week, 1239.59. I only had one losing trade. That was on Tuesday. That was the killer. That bad 494.63. And that makes it 86%. So not bad. So for the month, we're at 2807 and 78%. So pretty good. Pretty good. We may be slowing down here a little bit, but you know, time will tell. Time will tell. So now let's take a look at the equity curve. We are going in the right direction. I love these ticks up. So we're going to keep making that, trying to make this happen. I know that there's going to be pullbacks. I know that I'm going to have a bad week here or a bad week there. I know it's going to happen. I had, 3 or 4 last year. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have 3 or 4 this year. It's just par for the course. So as long as we stay consistent and keep doing the things that we do every day the same. You guys see, I do the same thing every day. Some days it's great. It's really, really lucrative. Some days it's just okay. Some days it's bad. But I'm consistent. You want to be consistent. The market is not. So we just have to be in a position to take everything out of the market that is willing to give us that day and then keep moving forward. So that's what we're going to keep doing. All right, so that's going to do it from me this week. I'll catch you guys that are with me on Sunday. We'll do the market analysis, kind of look at some things, build a swing watch list for next week, kind of get that game plan together, and we'll be ready to hit the ground running on Tuesday. So if I don't talk to you on Sunday, you'll hear from me on Tuesday.